Friends, lend me your ears. I have been going over something that has helped define kind of how I operate, who I am. It's through Tony Robbins. It is the 6 human needs. And so I thought, what a better way to give back than kind of talk about the 6 human needs that define our life. So I kind of like, ever since I learned about these a few years ago, I kind of like diving back into them periodically to kind of reestablish where I'm at in life. Maybe what I'm lacking of those, where I'm strong at, or what is strong in my life currently with some of those, and maybe where I need to pick it up a little bit in others, if that's the case. So what are the 6 human needs, and what exactly is it? So I printed out some stuff so that I didn't have to spitball it. I wanted to give as most accurate information as possible. Excuse me. So the 6 human needs, it's the force, or what force drives and shapes all of our emotions, actions, quality of life, and ultimately our destinies. It's heavy, right? It's the 6 human needs. All dysfunctional behaviors arise from the inability to consistently meet these core needs. So if you're finding something that's lacking, or you're finding yourself straying somewhere in your life, it's probably from a lack of focus or exposure to one of these particular needs. It says, understanding your own needs in psychology can not only help you avoid toxic behaviors and habits, but can also help you achieve your goals. Toxic behavior and habits. Guys, we all have them. We have our strengths and our weaknesses, our vices, if you will. So maybe this helps you control them. What I want to do is tell you what they are, and then over the next 6 videos, go through each one. That way I don't bore you, if you're not already bored. We develop our core needs through our childhood, usually exposure into our households and how we're raised, how we are brought up. When your mind is kind of like a sponge. I think that's all the way up until about 7 years old. That's not in here, but I think that's about where it is. And it can build your belief system for your life. Okay? So, each of us prioritizes these differently. And at the end of this, I'll go into what my strongest trait is. But here they are in sequential order. Certainty, uncertainty or variety, significance, connection or love, growth, and contribution. Now the first 4, certainty and uncertainty, significance, and connection, they're all personality defining traits, while growth and contribution help define your spiritual side. Okay, what gives you purpose, as an example. So let's dive into certainty. And I'll read this directly. Certainty is one of your core needs. You need to feel secure and safe about the future. I know a lot of us are like that, wanting some assurance that things are going to be okay. This is where job stability becomes important for some people, or marriage and support from their spouse or their family. When you receive positive recognition, it may be accompanied by a need for certainty that the recognition is authentic and will continue. In order to live a life filled with certainty, your life has to stay the same, and nearly impossible expectation to fulfill. But what happens when we stay the same, right? We get complacent, we get comfortable, we don't necessarily grow anymore if we try to stay the same and keep everything on an even keel. So certainty can be a positive, but can also be a big negative. If you're feeling held back in your life, maybe you rely too heavy on the certainty of the situation, which again, may be your bag. You never know. but something to think about for sure. So you artificially control your environment by changing your expectations or by avoiding new situations or people. So by changing your expectations, you're like, oh no, I'm good. Like, I'm comfortable here. Whatever. I don't need to go meet those people. This person that could potentially give me a new job or make some money with, etc. This process provides you with assurance that your actions will either avoid pain or gain pleasure, which then fulfills the basic need for certainty. So pain or pleasure, you want to avoid pain or you want to keep pleasure, and pleasure keeps us held here by avoiding that pain. Pain is where you grow, but you want that certainty to keep you happy, right? It's like a double-edged sword. How to tell if certainty is one of your core needs. You are trustworthy and always do what you say you'll do. Not a bad thing, right? Again, these have two sides to the coin. You enjoy planning, thrive on a schedule, and are very organized. You're hesitant to take risks and have new experiences. You may fall into addictive or obsessive behaviors. Is that you? Is that ringing a bell? If it is, maybe it's something to think about. Do you feel held back? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel a little too comfortable? How to fulfill a need for certainty. Find activities that you enjoy, but also push you slightly out of your comfort zone. Incorporate healthy and empowering routines into your life. Give back to others to promote growth and contribution in a consistent way. So this is where you can take that bad, or maybe the negative, where you're trying to hide yourself because you're comfortable. I don't know what I did with that last sheet. I think I put it in the back. Yeah. Trying to avoid new situations or changing your expectations. By giving back to others and promoting growth and contribution in their lives, you can create some certainty in your life. Right? Interesting to say the least. Tomorrow, we talk about uncertainty. I hope that was helpful. See you then.